You can't bark at a dog if you're scared. Bro, there's something about someone running from a dog. It's just hilarious. Look, I love the fact that when he double backs, he looks back and he sees it, and then he really starts ducking.
Hell no.
He really starts sprinting. And then, of course, I was so upset the fact the stream cut off at that point.
Why did he just hit a random guy?
I don't know why people are so random. What did he mean? Why did he hit a random guy? Why am I getting a warning for this? What? No way this is from Speed stream that you can't react to it. Is that from his stream? Is the person that made this clip done that? What? That's kind of whack. Yeah, no. Random people are random sometimes. What is that woman trying to say about, oh, he hit a random guy? What the heck? What's she talking about? But look, the story time I wanted to talk about. Yo, what's good, my boy? Welcome into the stream. Basically, when I was in year 10, so I must have been 14 around that time, guys. Let me do the maths real quick. Let's see. UK year 10 age. Let's see. 14 to 15. Was I year 10? I may have been year 9. So let's say I was around 13. Basically, we was at a big park, and yo, what's good? Welcome into the stream. Welcome into the stream. I appreciate every person in the stream. Thank you so much. We was at a big park, and there was a walkway where people walk their dogs and everything like that, and it was very normal and things of that nature. Basically, I was with my friend, and we was attending a football. We was gonna go to a football session that we arranged between us and our friends. Yo, what's good, Yanni? Welcome into the stream. Welcome into the stream, guys. Basically, what had happened was we was in this big park, and to get to where the football place was, you had to go through a forest, but you have to go through that dog walkway. We walked through that. We're going towards the walkway, and there's a Spanish woman with a Greyhound that is far beyond what she can handle. The Greyhound is up to her hips. You know what I mean? Up to her hips, and she was really short. And she's walking, and then I look at the dog, and this is, bear in mind, I'm 13, and I don't know the fact that one thing you should never do, and this is I learned this through experience. Never give a dog eye contact and hold eye contact if you're afraid of it, because it takes it as either you're trying to play or you're trying to challenge it. So I lock eyes with the Greyhound, and I'm locking eyes like these. I'm looking at, I don't know. Sometimes when I was young, I was looking at like this. I was holding eye contact, and the closer we was getting, because I was going this way, they was going this way. The closer we was getting, the more intense the eye contact was. The dog was really angry. I don't know. It was getting angrier and angrier as we go past. I don't know if the dog had rabies or anything like that, but I also see bubbles foaming at the mouth. I see bubbles foaming at the mouth. And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, it's probably time to stop looking now. By the time I stopped looking, it was already done. It was already done. The dog had made its decision. It's gonna eat me. It's gonna bite me. It already made that decision. It's gonna come and chase me and try to bite me. So what had happened was, the moment I stopped looking at it, the woman was not able to hold the Greyhound on this leash. The dog had leaped to run to chase me. The woman's holding the leash like these. And then she goes flying like this. She goes flying, landing face first. And at that moment, I knew at that moment it was already over. I knew, and I'm holding a bike and my friend's with me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, holding eye contact with a dog is a bad decision, especially if you're not the dog whisperer. By the way, I did watch the dog whisperer at one point, but that's a different story. Look, the woman went flying like this, like, She went flying and she landed face first on the concrete. And then the dog, but that's not the least of my worries. The dog is now in go mode. It's a Greyhound. Greyhounds are probably the fastest breed of dogs you can ever find. You're not outrunning it. I don't even think speed will outrun a Greyhound. The dog is approaching us. What I do is this. I give the bike to my friend. He's holding the bike now. Now I'm running around the bike. Basically, the Greyhound approaches us. I give the bike to my friend, and now I'm running around the bike. And the Greyhound is chasing me around the bike. So it's like Tom and Jerry. I'm running around the bike, the dog is following me. I'm running around, and by the time I get to the fourth loop, the dog is already, like, I'm here, and the dog is like right here. So I'm thinking, oh snap, I'm gonna get bit. Lucky W friend, Mohammed, yo. Big W to that guy because he actually saved me. He saved me in that scenario. Oh, my soundboard's not working. He saved me in that scenario because what he did, I would never forget. He was holding the bike. He was holding the bike. As soon as I got to the 4th lap, he threw the bike at the dog. He threw the bike. By the time he lobbed the bike, it hit the dog's tail. So although he tried to help, the dog didn't actually hit the dog. At this point now, I'm between the pavement and the forest. The only way I can go now is in the forest. So I run into the forest thinking I can escape this dog. I didn't get that far, but be honest, I didn't get far at all. I probably got around 6 paces and the dog's already behind me. So I loop around a tree. I'm around this tree now and the dog is literally there and it's leaping at me. It jumps at me. So I'm stood up against the wall and it jumps at me. When it jumps at me, I hit it with one of the more combat level knees. I hit it with a knee. I hit it with a knee in the stomach and pretty much it ripped my vest. I was wearing a puffer vest, army vest. It rips it off and it lands on the ground and it says, you know when a dog is in pain, it does it did the noise. It did that noise and I knew the dog was hurt, but it wanted to bite me. It wanted to actually bite me because like how we said, you hold eye contact with a dog and you're scared of it and wants to attack you. I hit it with the knee and it goes back to its owner. And bear in mind, the owner is still on the ground. The owner's still on the ground. She ain't get up. And then I'm thinking, okay, all right, bet. It goes back to the owner. The owner gets back up. Practically, the dog lifted up the owner. The dog picked up the owner. Yo, what's good, my boy Reek? Welcome into the stream, bro. It picked up the owner. And then I'm like, okay. And then she says, sorry, you know, she says, I apologize and this and that. I get back home and then I tell my parents the story. And this is the hook, line, and sinker that I should have really took note of as well. They told me, you messed up. You should have took her details and then escalate it further because you could have got some training for that dog, or maybe the dog itself is an aggressive dog and clearly the woman can't handle it. So you need to take it to the higher ups to deal with that kind of stuff. So I should have took her details really in that situation. Because if you're carrying a dog around, you need to make sure if that dog go crazy, you have it under control. Because if you don't, someone's at risk. Because that dog may have had rabies. And then if it had rabies, I'll be like these right now. You know, you never know, you know what I mean? But luckily I hit it with a knee that I learned from Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang taught me that knee from playing Mortal Kombat. Yo, what's good? Welcome into the stream, my boy. Yeah. So yeah, seeing that was a quick story time that because I seen Speed get chased by the pit bull and I just literally it triggered that into my mind and I just couldn't help myself but talk about that, man. That was a quick story time of when I pretty much got bit by a Greyhound. But ever since that time, I don't make eye contact with the dog unless I'm gonna pet it. It's gonna be like an awkward thing now. Ever since then, there could be 50 dogs surrounding me. I'm gonna find a spot to look on the floor that a dog is not present. Even if it's a speck of dust on the floor, I'm gonna be staring at that. As long as I'm not making eye contact with the dog, then I'll be fine. Yeah, but then the dog will be put down because I know. There is an element of that. It is a bit sad, but sometimes there are other sort of ways, I guess. Maybe it won't get put down immediately. Maybe it might get put into training or taken away from the owner. Because as well, I did make the mistake of making eye contact, but look, there's a million idiots just like me, even dumb as me, or even dumber, that will make that same mistake. But you need to be careful with what kind of breed of dog you're getting. Our neighbors, they have a Rottweiler in the house. They have a German Shepherd, and they have a Pit Bull. I don't know what else they have, but they have another a dangerous breed of dog. That house is off limits.